HD Rhodes, what's going on? What's going on? As you see, I'm with my mini-me. We just making our way, man. We just making our way, man. Decided to take a nice little walk in the shade just for a quick second now. Anyways, man, before we go ahead and jump on this quick little train to go pick up some nice cool refreshments before we go play in the park. Does that sound like fun, huh, boss? Yeah, he like daddy, man. It's hot out here. That's why we gotta go get some refreshments, man. Anyways, what's going on, man? It's HD Rhodes, a big mouth from the deep south, man. You know, I look like I need to go on and shave that. Looks like I'm starting to get a goatee there. Starting to show my age. I don't look as young with all that gray hair coming off my face, huh? Anyways, man, I want to talk to you guys, man, because you know what, man? There's something that's just been literally on my mind, and it's been like, you know what, man? I realize in life, you know, sometimes we get comfortable, man. And you know what? That's why yesterday I went ahead and the message was talking about, you know, literally being, you know, a frog being boiled in water. A lot of people, man, I don't know if you guys seen that message yesterday, but a lot of people are that frog being boiled in water slowly. In fact, you know, y'all being cooked so slow, you don't even realize they turning the temperature on. You go, HD, what are you talking about, man? I'm talking about them 4 income drains. I'm talking about interest rates. I'm talking about income tax. I'm talking about insurance. And the biggest one of them all, that's right, baby, inflation, doubling the price of your cost of living every 10 years. And that's how they get y'all, man. They get you comfortable. You think, you know, hey, we're good. I'm real good, man. It's not a big deal, man. You know, hey, I went to school. I got good grades. I got a good job. And 10 years later, as you're moving up in that company or moving up in that profession, and whether it's education or the corporate world or whatever you're doing, you start to get comfortable in your job. You know, after 10 years out of college, man, you're able to go ahead and get a car. You're able to go ahead and get a house. And, you know, you're feeling good about yourself, even though it's on a mortgage. And God forbid you lose your job. God forbid COVID comes and downsize you and you don't know how you're going to pay for it. You go, HD, that sounds so bleak, man. But come on, man. Has it only been 5 years since COVID in 2020 that you guys forgot already how quickly things can change when you're not in control of your income? You know, come on, man. You HD, man, what you trying to rain on my Sunday? No, baby, I'm trying to get the sunshine out. I'm trying to go in and tell you about the #1 opportunity on the planet. You call, baby, what is that? I'm trying to raise your vibe while I raise your income. Baby, I'm trying to go on and bless you to go ahead and live your dreams. I'm trying to get you to open up that present called life so that you could go ahead and take a full cup of it. I want you to drink it every day, not just literally just for 2 weeks a year or 3 weeks a year or 4 weeks a year because you've been working where you have for the last 20 or 30 years. So now you get a full month of vacation. No, man. I want you to be able to drink it up every day. Come on, man. Instead of going on vacation, man, for 1 month, imagine you went on vacation for 6 and you came back making more money than you did before you left. You go, HD Rhodes. How in the world is that possible? You know what it's called? It's called a dream, baby. And if you had a dream and you had a vision, the Bible I read, it tells me that man without vision will perish. And unfortunately, a lot of y'all don't got 20/20 vision. That's why a lot of people are wearing glasses. You go, HD Rhodes, I heard you wear contacts. I wear contacts sometimes with glasses. But guess what? That means I can see straight. And what I see straight is, guess what? I see that all y'all with a T4 and a W2, you guys are paying taxes 3 times a year. You go, HD Rhodes, what you mean 3 times a year? I mean, before y'all even get paid, the government's already in your pocketbook. I don't know about you, but I never liked anyone getting in my pocketbook before I did. You know, I kind of felt like, you know, uncomfortable, man. You know, like someone's stealing from me. Like, how are you going to take my money before I even get paid? But, you know, that's what y'all signed up for. And, you know, you guys just got used to it. Like, oh, well, that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, did you know that entrepreneurs, they actually get paid their full 100% income? And guess what? What happened, boss? Uh-oh. We got a rocking shoes. That's a flat tire. Man down, man down. Somebody, hurry up and call the ambulance. We got a rock in the shoe. Yeah, see, that's why you gotta wear them shoes that don't got holes in them. See, that's why Daddy be wearing tennis shoes instead of them little, what do you call them shoes anyways, man? Yeah, see, that's why I don't wear Crocs, man. Y'all got holes in your shoes and wonder how you get dust and rocks in them. I ain't never had that problem in tennis shoes, but I'm just saying. It's back to what we were saying before we were rudely interrupted by the NASCAR that went off the track. Popped a little tired. We're gonna have to have the crew come out. And I almost feel like I'm in the cartoon movie Cars. Hey, who's the one who fixed the cars in that cartoon, man? What was his name? The one who fixed the cars. In that movie, was it Doc? Who was it? What was his name, man? You don't remember? All right, slide them shoes back on, man. Slide them shoes back on. So I want to go and get a drink, man. Let's get in the shade. So anyways, back to what I was telling you, man. Before I was interrupted by this precious child, man. You go HD, you're a mess. Hey, man, I do my best to entertain you guys. Are you not entertained? Tell me, are you not entertained? I love that movie, man. HD, what is that? Gladiator. First one was better than the second one. Just spoiler alert. But it was my favorite movie. Russell Crowe made the best Maximus Aurelius. Anyways, back to what I was saying. You got to understand taxes, man. When you're an entrepreneur, you actually get the entire full check. In fact, you only pay taxes when you purchase stuff like everyone else, but you're going to keep your receipt. And then number two, at April, when everyone else pays their taxes. Now, the best part about it, since they don't take their taxes out of your check before you get paid, the coolest thing is as a business owner, you're on a completely separate tax system in North America, whether you're in Canada, United States of America. And the way it works is like this. You're able to go ahead and spend your money over the next 12 months. And guess what? You're going to keep your receipts. You're going to go ahead and keep copious notes in your daily planner, agenda, or your calendar, however you like to call it in North America. Depending on what part of the country you are, you might call it an agenda. You might call it a daily planner. You might call it, I'm not going to get into that. You understand what I'm saying. You're going to take that to a tax professional, a business accountant, my George, I tell you. And the best thing about it is he's going to go ahead and look at the money that you spent on gas. In fact, on gas, do you realize that every 2 kilometers you're driving in Canada, if you don't have your own business, you're throwing away, literally, $1.30. What? Oh, yeah, man. I mean, if you guys are rich and you can afford to go ahead and throw away $1.30 for every 2 kilometers you drive, and if, let's say, if you're going to go ahead and drive, I don't know, let's call it 40 kilometers a year, then guess what? That literally means how much money you're throwing away. And I don't know about you, but I don't have over $20,000 to be able to throw away. But that's what you guys are doing in Canada if you don't have a home-based business. And in the U.S., don't think that you got away scot-free, because literally every 2 miles that you drive and you don't have your own home-based business, guess what? If you drive 30 kilometers this year, and you don't have your own home-based business, you don't have a business on the side, you're literally throwing away $15,000. Now, I don't know about you, but how are you going to be rich throwing away money like that? I mean, with an extra $15,000 to $20,000, wouldn't it be smart just to go ahead and invest it in Bitcoin? I mean, after all, man, literally, it's only 3 years ago, Bitcoin was only $18,000. How do I know? I bought some, baby. I bought some at $18,000. Now you go, HD, did you buy the whole coin? No, I didn't buy the whole coin. But guess what? I went ahead and bought over $2,000 worth. And you know what? It was worth it, because guess what? As it went from $18,000 to $60,000, I went ahead and was able to go ahead and cash out $6,000 of cold hard smackaroos, U.S. green. And guess what? It came just in time, because I was in the process of moving from from Alabama back to Canada. And you know what? I was obviously in between jobs, because I'm not going to be able to keep the job that I had down in Alabama. Coming back to Canada, oh my gosh, HD, are you cussing? You said the word job. I know, man, just over broke. Doesn't that, just something about that just gives me the willies. And you know what? Back to entrepreneurship. Let's talk about the dreams, because it's one of the funnest things to be able to talk about. You know, the coolest thing outside of that is outside of the fact that you're able to keep, an additional $15,000 to $20,000 because you're an entrepreneur, being able to write off your gas, your mileage on your taxes, including your meals. Every time you go to Starbucks for coffee, even your vacations. I mean, all you got to do is look up and find out, what the legal law is about how you're able to go ahead and write off your vacations. I mean, talk to your tax accountant. If you don't have a tax account, are you really in business? Seriously. The coolest thing is, I don't know about you, but I kind of talk about business everywhere you go, because I kind of love talking about entrepreneurship. And you know what's even cooler than that? Finding out what people's superpowers. I mean, like literally just today, I was literally on a train, and as I was on my way back to downtown Vancouver, leaving church, there was a gentleman. He walked on, and he had a shirt and it said University of Hawaii. He had a baseball cap that said University of Hawaii. So I looked up at him, because I was sitting down on the train. He was standing up. It was kind of crowded. I felt bad for him, but I go, I'm 50 these days. I think senior citizens are supposed to be able to go ahead and get priority seating. So didn't feel too bad. I think he was only about 20 years old anyway. So he has strong legs. But I go, hey, man. So let me guess. You're from Hawaii, right? And to my surprise, he said no. I was like, bruh. He goes, no, I'm actually from Japan. I go, oh, well, you know what? I actually was supposed to be going to the University of Hawaii to play basketball out of out of high school. Long story, I ended up playing in Seattle instead. But the coolest thing about it is we were able to go ahead and have a conversation. And the more we talked, the more we got along. The more we went ahead and stayed on the train, we were able to go ahead and talk and get along. And then, you know, of course, he wanted to know what I do for a living. I told him I'm the big mouth from the deep south, HD Rhodes. Got me about 2 podcasts, getting ready to work on the 3rd, called the Gospel Music Weekly Show. Gospel Music Weekly with HD Rhodes, which we'll be launching. Right now, you guys just getting the song of the day, but we'll be full-fledged doing once a week interviews with gospel artists. Outside of that, we'll be running a mashup every single week with a DJ mashing up and spinning the top gospel records, R&B, reggae, hip-hop. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, it's going to be the bomb. Why? Because it's going to be a contest, baby. And guess what? Whoever comes in first place is going to get a 20-minute interview with me and Matthew Platt. Whoever comes in second place is going to get a 10-minute interview with me and Matthew Platt. And whoever comes in first, the most in the month of April. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say April? Whoops. I guess it must be the sun. I must be sweating too much. Whoever comes in first place in the month of August, by the end of August, is going to get a whopping cool smackaroo. Looks like he likes that idea. I guess he should go ahead and submit his music. Like I was rudely interrupted. I can't believe it. You're going to have an opportunity to win $1,000. Imagine that, man. You're an up-and-coming artist, and you know what? You're not even famous yet, but you have an opportunity to be able to go ahead and have your top tracks spin with Kirk Franklin, Lecrae, Holvey. Are you kidding me? What? Imagine up there with Mr. Alex John, and then you know what? They're mixing you in. You go ahead and you have your family, your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, everyone you know at church. They're going, wow, wow, shit's gonna by. Rah, rah, shit's gonna by. And they're online voting for you. And you come in first place and everyone's screaming, jumping up and down, going, woo, woo, we knew you can do it. You got so much talent. We knew you could do it. And then you get to be interviewed by the one, the only Mr. Matthew Platt. I'm a little bit biased because I think my partner, you know, he's my partner in business, my partner in music. You know, I don't know anything about music, right? But guess what? He's my partner on my podcast. And outside of that, I think he's pretty talented for being only a 23-year-old kid who was actually homeless and in the homeless shelter. I mean, are you kidding me? He literally dropped 52 tracks in less than 4 weeks. Went ahead and dropped 2 albums in less than 6 weeks. Outside of that, he literally has 1 million likes just on YouTube. All this from a kid who was in a homeless shelter? How in the heck couldn't you like that comeback story? I mean, like, dude, I'm always thinking, is he like kind of like the Rocky or the Rudy of the music industry? Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. Or is it Rudy? I don't know. Rudy Rudiger? Which one is he? All I know is Matthew Platt is the #1 gospel artist. You can call him the comeback artist if you want. Comeback artist of the year, 2025. And he's going to be sitting next to me as we're doing these interviews. And I think it's going to be the coolest thing since sliced bread. You know, sliced bread's not that cool. What do you think's cool, bro? You don't think sliced bread's cool? What's cool? Tell me. Let's ask. What's cool to a 6-year-old? I think it's cooler than a Slurpee. We like Slurpees, right? You like that? You see that? He gets that from, I don't know who he gets that from. I can't say he gets that from Dad. It's kind of low-key. She's like, ah! See, I told you. I said the magic word Slurpee, and he goes, 7-Eleven's got Slurpees over there. Oh, man, I love it. I love it. I love it. So back to what we're saying. You go, HD! Tell us more about this entrepreneur. You betcha, man. So guess what, man? You know those interest rates you got to pay on the car loan, the mortgage loan, those interest rates you got to go ahead and pay pretty much on anything, kind of like a school loan. Hey, man, guess what? What if I told you all that stuff would be tax deductible if you just had a business? Yeah, I'm telling you seriously, man, including your home insurance, your car insurance, your medical insurance, man, even your travel insurance. I mean, good Lord, are you going to travel 3,000 miles away and not have insurance? You better have insurance. Yeah, come on, man. How are you going to travel 3,000 miles away? What? God forbid if you get sick. Did you guys forget about coronavirus just 5 years ago? I'm just saying, it's better be safe than sorry. But guess what? The best part about that, as an entrepreneur, it's all a tax write-off, baby. It's kind of like just take a check mark and slide that pencil and go, I got it. Now, the coolest thing is you're going to go ahead and save the receipts. I already told you this 5 minutes ago. And at the end of the year, hand it to your business accountant or tax professional. They're going to go say, hey, looks like you made over $200,000 this year, HD. I'll be like, yeah, betcha. I have a cool super stud, 3 kids who go ahead and promote their daddy like rock stars. And guess what? I think I'm going to have to put them on the payroll. Little Jeremiah be editing my videos on the weekend. You know, unfortunately, I picked him up late today, so he didn't get a chance to edit daddy's video for Gospel Music Weekly. But I think his videos are pretty cool. I like what do you like? The shadowing of the glass every time we edit it? Yeah, see, he likes to shatter the grass on the videos. I think it's pretty cool. I think you do the colorful videos too. What is it, the rainbow colors, buddy? And then you shatter the glass. Yeah, you guys got to check it out, man. He's got a really cool one in which he was on a skateboard. Man, this kid be editing those videos himself. You know, Daddy had to go ahead and pray just for the Lord to go ahead and teach me how to use CapCut. You know, so if you guys go ahead and check it out after I get off this live, go over to my TikTok, man. I just literally went ahead and released my morning word, the daily word. Man, I spent about 50-something minutes on that, preaching that word of God. And the best part about it is I went through CapCut. It was not only editing, I was sitting up here, had some words popping up here and there. Even found out how to use bubbles today. You go, HD, you're getting excited about bubbles. Hey, man, I don't have the patience to go to YouTube to learn this. So, I mean, like, when God teaches me how to use technology like this, it's kind of like a kid being in a candy store. You're like, woohoo! Super Nintendo, Legos, let's go, let's go. So, back to what we're saying. Now, last but not least, we got to get to the big one. Inflation. You guys got to understand. Inflation is kind of like watching a frog boil in water that's only on level 2. You'd be like, when is it gonna bubble? Guess what? That's how inflation gets you. They got you guys going to work, and guess what? Every 2 weeks, nonstop, bop, you're getting a paycheck. They're taking the taxes out. You ain't worried about that. You go pay for your house. You go pay for the mortgage. You go ahead and pay for your car. They're taking out insurance. You're like, not worried about it. It's just life. Everyone's going through it. And guess what? They're not. Only W2 and T4 people are going through that. Business people, no, they're not paying all that. They'd be like, what do you mean business people? They're not paying taxes? No, baby. They're getting all that tax money back. They're writing it off because they got a business. They're not paying insurance. Oh, I told you they're writing it off. They got a business. What are you talking about? Oh, Sister Danielle, how you doing? How you doing?
This is your baby.
This is Mr. Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
Say hi. This is Michael's mom.
Why?
He acts all shy, man. He acts all shy.
How's your mom?
You say good?
How old are you?
You say good? He's 6 years.
Wow, he's shy. Wow.
Tell Pastor I'll give him a call tomorrow.
No worry.
God bless you. Good seeing you. You see, man. We're friendly, man. Jeremiah's popular everywhere he go, man. I feel like I'm a rock star anytime I'm with this young man. It's like I go somewhere, they're like, Jeremiah, Jeremiah. Look at you, man. It's almost like I don't know who's more popular, you or Trey. Growing up, it's like, oh, there's Trey's dad. I go, yeah, Trey's my son, man. Everywhere you go, Trey. Now it's Jeremiah. It's like, man, it must be nice, man. Actually, you know what? I was never that good looking, so I didn't have that problem. But back to business. Hey, coolest thing, man, is understand this now. With inflation, do you realize if you have a business, it works as a hedge of protection around inflation, you know? Because inflation is going to double the price of your cost of living. You go, HD, really? Is it that big? Hey, guess what? Let's say you're making $100,000 today. To be able to have the same amount of spending power in 10 years, you're going to have to be making $200,000. To have the same amount of spending power in 20 years, you got to be making $400,000. To have the same spending amount of money, same spending power in 30 years, you're going to have to be making $800,000. And to be able to retire in 40 years and to be able to spend the same amount of money as far as the spending power, you're going to have to be making $1.6 million in 40 years just to be at $100,000 today. Inflation is a pretty big deal. But if you're an entrepreneur, one of the coolest things is, guess what? A business works as a hedge of protection against inflation. You go, how is that possible? Well, haven't you ever noticed the cost of gas kind of goes up over time? Have you ever noticed the cost of milk and cheese goes up over time? Well, guess what? So will your business or product. And because of that, you're never going to be behind the 8 ball when it comes to inflation. And that's one of the reasons why it always seems like the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because when you're an entrepreneur, you have a hedge of protection around one of the silent financial killers, which is the biggie. Not only that, is you're able to go ahead and write off, like I told you, your income tax, your interest, and insurance, and you have a hedge of protection against inflation. So it just seems like you're getting richer. Now, honestly, you're able to maintain. Now, if you're a hustler and you're out there, you're building your business and you went from 1 branch to 2 branches, you went from 1 store to 2 store to 3 store to 5 store, 5 store, of course then you're literally balling, man. But on top of that, you're staying up to par with inflation. So anything you're doing, you're expanding, it's going to literally make you look like you're getting a lot bigger, a lot faster, a lot richer than everyone else, because they're slowly falling behind while you're going forward. You know what? This is one of the coolest things I love about business. There you go, HD. That being the case, what do you suggest in 2025 as one of the best business opportunities? Let me see. Well, number one, I know if you guys are just looking to be able to make extra money and you guys don't really have a lot of time to go do DoorDash or go skip the dishes or go drive Uber. If you're looking to make anywhere between an extra $500 a day or $1,000 a day on the side, I would suggest being able to learn the financial markets. You know, HD, I mean, don't people need degrees for that? Well, here's the coolest thing. Did you know if you guys get into Forex, cryptocurrency, or NFTs, you could actually start going to school part-time? You know, HD, yeah, but I mean, going back to school part-time, you know, that could be taxing. I go, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It could be one of the most rewarding things if you study the right thing. And the coolest thing about it is, if you actually are studying the right thing and you have the right teacher, then the right teacher is not only going to tell you about the investments and teach you what to invest your money in, but they're even going to allow you to have an open book test in life of finance. You go, why? Because guess what? They're going to allow you to copy some of their investments. And I don't know about you, but if I want to copy somebody, I want to copy someone who's making 7, 8, and 9 figures a year in whatever I'm copying them. And the coolest thing is, that's exactly what you have an opportunity to do. Because with this company called VYB, Visualize Your Breakthrough, they're literally bringing the smartest cats. I mean, if you're going to copy someone, you want to copy the smartest cats, right? I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't, but I do. I mean, dude, come on. It's kind of like the easy button. They always had the commercial for Staples. They just said, hit the red button. I'll hit my red hat. It's the easy button. The coolest thing is you're able to go ahead and learn how to go ahead and invest copying someone like a Barnaby. I'm talking about a gentleman who spent over 30 years in technology. He was literally one of the individuals who single-handedly was working to help oversee e-commerce in the country of Australia. He's the number 16th investor in all Ethereum. And last but not least, come on, are you kidding me? This guy knew about Bitcoin when it was only 20 cents. Hello. I mean, someone like that, man, I definitely want them to teach me about cryptocurrency, DeFi, I don't know. And the coolest thing ever is he went ahead and combined it, has an online course in which literally he combined it with AI. So you have an AI tutor and assistant who's going to be able to help you take his class. Not only is he going to show you how to go ahead and scale up your income from making, I don't know, 40 to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I don't know how much money you make a year. But the cool thing about it is, guess what? What if you're able to go ahead and double that income in the next 6 to 12 months passively just by being able to know where to invest your money on your phone? I'm talking about literally after you learn, I'm talking about spending an extra 10 to 20 minutes in the morning just being able to go on the market, knowing what buttons to push, knowing how much to put in, and being able to get a nice size ROI. That would be return on your investment. Now, I don't know about you. I thought it was pretty cool because 3 weeks ago, I went ahead and I jumped in the market. Oh, did I mention HD spent, you know, the last 3 years studying from a gentleman by the name of King Pip. Shout out to KPCFX. Hey, King Pip, how you doing? You know what, King Pip is awesome, not only as an investor, not only as a mentor, not only as a teacher, but you know what? He's one of the coolest human beings I've ever met in my life, you know, because I was going through a lot of things, man, over the last 3 years. And one of the cool things is outside of King Pip teaching me all I needed to know about Forex, running one of the #1 Forex academies. You know what? He was a pretty cool guy. I was depressed. I was going through hard times accepting my breakup. I didn't know what to do. And man, I can't tell you the number of times King Pip allowed me to sit there and cry on the phone, and sat there. He listened with an open ear, and I was just like, wow. I can't tell you the amount of respect I have for Mr. King Pip. And you know what? Because of that, man, 3 weeks ago, I was able to go ahead and jump in the market, man. No longer depressed, no longer sad. And guess what? I was able to get in and out within 15 to 20 minutes and only pull a cool $1,700. You go, HT Rhodes, you made $1,700 in 15 to 20 minutes? I go, yeah. The only thing is, you know, is in my demo account. You go, HD, what's a demo account? Man, now you're talking about monopoly money. I go, no, because understand, for me to be able to trade the amount of money that I was trading to make that $1,700 within 15 minutes, I would have actually needed to have a 401k that was sitting on anywhere between a high 6 figures or 7. Now, the cool thing about Forex is you can go ahead and take what they call funded tests. And once you're able to take these funded tests, you prove that you know what you're doing when it comes to trading. They're going to go ahead and give you, it's kind of like a line of credit. The only difference is you're able to cash out your winnings. You know, it's kind of like a line of credit that you're able to trade, but you're able to cash out your winnings. Absolutely. And the coolest thing about that is you can go ahead and take as many funded tests, and you can go ahead and have as many funded accounts to be able to trade as you want. Now, Swaggy C, who actually runs a Swag Academy, which he teaches Forex as well, online on YouTube, and which he's actually one of the investors in which I started following as well. Because here's the one thing, if you want to be a well-rounded investor, you know, it's good to be able to have multiple teachers once you really know what's going on, just so you're able to get a second, third, perspective, and to be able to see, hey, there's some other things in which some other people may look at, and according to their trading plan and how they have their own strategies that you might be able to go and take. I'll take kind of like a buffet. I'll take a little of this, a little of that, a little of this and that. Now, the coolest thing about that is, guess what? Swaggy C goes, hey, if you have funded accounts, the best thing to have is 5 $1 million funded accounts. Why? Because then you can go ahead and make trades with super small lot sizes like 0.01, which is the equivalent of 10 cents. But imagine you being able to turn 10 cents into $10,000 a day because you have a funded account that's $1 million, and that's considered a low risk. Yo, man, now imagine if you had 5 accounts like that. You wouldn't be worried about blowing your account anytime soon. And speaking about not blowing your account, one of the cool things we also have connected with our company VYB is we have the VYB Gold, and we have Mr. Barnaby, who I told you about already, who's literally almost a billionaire because he's a number 16 trader of Ethereum. But not only that, we have Courtney Logan, and Courtney Logan is one of 1,400 men in all of North America who has a Forex degree. He went ahead and traveled across the pond to Oxford University to be able to get that. And what that certification allows him to do is he can literally be teaching classes on Wall Street about Forex. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's pretty cool in itself. Not only the fact that he's made hundreds of millions of dollars trading in Forex, he started his own academy called RFX. If you're starting to understand what I'm saying, if you want to know anything about money, if I were you, I'd start looking at, hey, how much does it cost to be able to go to the school on VYB? I mean, last time I checked, LeBron James took his Towns to South Beach, and guess what? They won a championship. Maybe if you went ahead and got into the same school where Courtney Logan is teaching and where Mr. Barnaby is teaching, you might be able to win a championship too. I mean, they both took their talents to VYB. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not you, but if I was, I'd consider it. Now, outside of that, if you're looking to be able to go ahead and get good coaching, when it comes to business, they have a gentleman by the name of Jason Wells. Used to be a professional athlete. Now he's a professional, business coach and consultant who actually, he's still coaching as a profession in Division I basketball. Now, outside of that, if you're looking to go ahead and just scale up your business, we got Devin. If you're looking to go ahead and get into real estate investing, we have a gentleman who can teach you how to go ahead and turn your properties into Airbnb and show you the most successful way to be able to make millions. And his name is Trayvon. Now, the coolest thing about that is he's not only an expert in investing, but he actually owns not only a real estate company, but a mortgage company. So we're talking about you literally have leaders who are making millions of dollars teaching you how to do the same thing. Not to mention, we have Miss Tawila Kidd, who she is the queen of NFTs. I mean, literally, she just got done selling just one of her NFT tokens for $300 million. So last but not least, I'm telling you, if all you want to do is just go to School of Money, learn how to be successful, learn how to, just learn how to be a trader or an investor on the side, I'm telling you, there's no better school than VYB. Now, on the other side, you go, hey, HD, all that sounds cool, but I just want to learn how I could go ahead and monetize my genius. I mean, I've always had all these ideas. I'm very creative, kind of like this girl named Felicia Lessert I knew in Vancouver. She had over 100 business plans in an album. And you know what? I introduced her to VYB, and she got so excited that she's going, I'm going to start making more of my native art designs and my cups. And you know what? Last July, the first of this year, it's called Canada Day. It's kind of like the equivalent of a 4th of July in the United States of America. And she went ahead, so excited about VYB, that she went ahead and started selling her native art designs for her cups. She sold over 500 of them. And she came back and she's like, oh my goodness, now that I did it, she goes, I know that this is going to blow up, because that was just because they had 2 cruise ships. And she's like, imagine how many of these I'm going to be able to sell online where there's people all over the world who want to buy my design. And I said, exactly. I said, what would be even cooler? She goes, what? I said, what if you took a video of how you make them, go ahead and upload it onto our AI platform, in which we like to call VYB Global, which is similar. It's kind of like a Skillshare, or I don't know, maybe kind of like a Shopify or an Amazon. I don't know. It's an online digital platform where content creators and entrepreneurs are able to go ahead and upload their value-added courses of teaching people, their skill set, their know-how, how they do what they do, and with how they make what they sell. And guess what? The coolest part about it is, guess what? Our company has 76,000 people who literally are going to go ahead and market what you sell and what you do on your value-added course, because they get paid to. I mean, when was the last time you had an opportunity to pay less than $300 a month to have over 76,000 employees, sales employees I had, literally directing traffic to your product, your service, your online site? I mean, talk about having an opportunity to go viral. I mean, like, are you kidding me? Yeah, VYB has all that. And if you want more, then I'm going to tell you, tomorrow, HD Rhodes is going to be doing his call blitz again, literally at 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, every 2 hours for the next 6 hours. It's going to be 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if it's at 1, 11, and 3, then you already know it's going to be 2, 4, 6 Eastern Time. Now after that, I'm going to have a presentation where I'm going to go ahead and go on a PowerPoint and literally show you the money. You guys would have thought I was what? Jerry Maguire. Coolest thing is, this is real life, not a movie. You have an opportunity to be able to make 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 figures literally from the comfort of your home. And I'm going to show you how tomorrow. But until then, me and little man, we're about to go ahead and go into this store. We're about to go get some drinks. We're going to get some refreshments. And then we're about to play at the park. Yay! Playing at the park. And I hope you guys have a good day. I'm out. This is HD Rhodes. Peace.